Hi, my name is Vivian, Recycling Coordinator with Athens Services. Thank you for joining Athens Academy in the Recycla Events Series. Athens is the largest recycling and waste collection and processing company in the city of Los Angeles and Los Angeles County. We are proud to service over 30 cities in Southern California, including the city of Los Angeles Recycla areas of West LA, North Central, and Harbor. Today, we will walk you through an apartment complex waste assessment and recycling training, and how we encourage managers to implement recycling solutions. The goal is to ensure adequate recycling and trash services, recommend ways to engage and educate tenants, and reduce contamination while shrinking your environmental footprint. The first part of a waste assessment is to check containers. The first thing Athens recycling coordinators do when they arrive on an apartment complex is to evaluate your current waste equipment and take a look at the contents in your waste streams: recycling, landfill bound, and organics. Your recycling coordinator will inspect each container to make sure that they are in good condition and are the proper colors and have signage. And we'll make sure that you have the adequate size containers and the proper amount of pickup days. If you notice your trash or recycling containers are overfilled above the rim or there's excess material on the ground, it is possible that your current container is too small or you may require additional pickups. When looking inside, they will check for contamination and other unacceptable items such as hazardous material, electronics, bulky items such as furniture. Knowing this will help in determining the next steps for adjusting service levels, recommending additional disposal options for things like bulkies and hazardous waste, and providing outreach material to tenants. If increased recycling services are needed, we will review some options. Space constraints are always a concern, and that being the case, we measure the area and make appropriate size recommendations. Carts are limited in their capacity and are frequently overfilled. Changing to a bin provides more capacity, is easier for tenants to use, and encourages more recycling. If you can change the size of your container and space is a problem, increase the collection frequency of your recycling. Remember to inform your tenants of any changes to your collection schedule. Increasing the frequency of your collection is equal to having a bigger size container. Ultimately, both options give tenants the opportunity to divert more recycling from the landfill bin. Next, we recommend signage. To encourage participation and reduce contamination, your recycling coordinator will help in determining locations to place signage and outreach material. Signage is available for download on our website. Links are here. We have signs for landfill, recycling, organics, and hazardous waste collection centers. For Los Angeles, we even have instructions on where to place cardboard and how to recycle in apartments with trash chutes. We recommend laminating and hanging signage with Velcro tape so they don't fall off and are durable and easy to clean. Recommended locations to post signage are on enclosure doors, on and above waste containers, and in those chute rooms. Display additional outreach materials in common areas. We have a recycling cheat sheet and newsletters on our website, or consider emailing these to your tenants. The next part of our recycling training is to look at internal containers. Set up waste containers for recycling and landfill in your common areas, and encourage your residents to do the same in their households. Take it a step further and provide residents with a blue recycling can, like this, or encourage them to purchase one of their own. Here are some ideal locations. Your mailroom, where there may be excess junk mail to be recycled. Laundry room to collect empty detergent containers. Lobby, workout room, or other common areas where residents hang out. Last but not least, outreach and education for tenants is key. Creating an outreach and education plan for your building will support tenant participation and reduce instances of contamination and overfill. Schedule a time where your Athens designated recycling coordinator can provide an on-site or virtual presentation to residents and staff. Or have Athens review best practices and answer questions at a community meeting. We can also provide door-to-door outreach and tabling events. And again, we have virtual and on-site options. Update your move-in packet to include information on your recycling program. Provide new residents with signage or Athens website link for them to download their own. Your Athens Recycling Coordinator can provide you with an email template to send out to residents with helpful resources and tips. And you can include links to our videos like this. But that's not all. Here are some additional opportunities for you to consider. Provide residents with information on how to properly dispose of hazardous and electronic waste. Consider posting and distributing our recycling cheat sheet that does also provide examples of hazardous and electronic waste, our safe collection flyer, which includes information on drop-off locations. I like circling the one closest to where you live. Talk to your recycling coordinator to see if you can organize an e-waste collection event for your residents. To maintain curb appeal of your apartment complex, educate your residents on the proper disposal of bulky items. Inform residents as they move in and out that bulky items are not allowed in their waste containers. Encourage your residents to give or donate items prior to scheduling a bulky item pickup. City of Los Angeles provides free curbside pickup to apartment residents by calling 311 or by visiting recycla.com. If your complex needs additional bulky item options, Athens can provide collection services for a fee. If you are not in the city of LA, check your city website or your city page on the Athens website for more information. Another great idea is to identify a volunteer recycling ambassador for the building. Designate one or more residents who can support management to ensure the recycling program is successful. The recycling ambassadors would report any waste issues or opportunities directly to the landlord or property manager. Property managers would still be responsible for contacting the city or Athens with any service needs. A recycling ambassador would ensure signage and containers are always in place, inform management on issues with contamination and overfill, make suggestions to management on opportunities to optimize recycling, serve as the on-site go-to waste liaison for fellow tenants and new residents to explain the program and answer questions. As a best practice, always keep your tenants up to date with signage, flyers, and recent changes to your service. Reach out today to contact your Athens Recycling Coordinator to conduct a waste assessment. Thanks, Fabiola, and to all the recycling coordinators. And thank you for tuning in to Recycling Solutions for Apartments. I hope this will help you and your tenants participate in your recycling program and lead to more diversion in your building. Stay up to date on all things Athens. Follow us at Athens Services on all social media platforms. As always, if you have any tips, questions, or want to suggest future topics, please make a comment or send us a message. For more information on the Recycla program in the city of Los Angeles, visit recycla.com or call 311 for any service needs, or visit la.athensservices.com for resources and outreach material. If you're serviced by Athens but in another city, go to athensservices.com and click on the tabs Residential or Business and select Choose My City for more info or to reach out to us. Thank you and see you next time.